In this video, let's take a look at some of the other elements that we need to add to our building. Now there is some stonework that we can add also to the front of the building. We need to add two windows, then there is the trellis, then there is this semicircular window. Those are the things that we need to start working on. Let's start working on those things by starting with this stonework that's on the sides and the front of the building, wrapping around the building really. So let's go back to our Revit, and the stonework should wrap around the building like that. So let's see how we can do that. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go into one of my elevations. So let's see the east elevation. Well, let's start with the north elevation. And what I want to do is the stonework needs to come up to the sill level. So let's do that. What I can do is I can split this wall into different materials. Now this face, it has this CMU facade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it first. So how I do that is by selecting the wall and by going to this tool on my modify panel. There is a tool. It looks kind of like a TV, at least to me. You can click on that button, and now I'm going to select my wall again. Now it changes to a different color. You have this outline of an orange outline. So I'm gonna use my sketch tools to just draw a line. That I'm gonna extend that line up to. I'm gonna cancel that. Extend that up to this point. So when I finish, I should be able to apply a material here and a different material here. So I'm gonna say yes here, and now I should be able to apply two different materials to these sections. Now, adding materials in Revit is a totally different discussion. For the purpose of this exercise, I'm gonna start adding materials by painting it. Now, painting it doesn't really do much. It's like painting in real life. So it's an instance level modification where you're just changing an instance. So for example, if you're changing the material of a wall by adding paint, it only changes the material of that particular wall. So I'm going to use this tool which is called paint, and when I click on it, it opens up a palette of materials that is available to me in Revit. So this is this palette. Let's see if I have any stone materials available. Stone. It says these are stone. It doesn't really look like a stone, but I'm just going to go with this particular material, and let's see if that works. So I've selected this material, and I'm just going to apply it here, and it changed to something. Not really sure what that something is, but I can clearly see this and this material. Those are different things. So let's see what that material really is. So probably on the other side, and I'm going to change this to realistic. It looks a little bit weird. It's a blue tone. I'm not really sure if that's the material that we want. Let's see. So I'm going to go back to the paint tool, and maybe I need to find something else. I think there's. Yeah, I think we might want to find something else to use. There is something wrong with the materials here for some reason. So maybe that's the reason. What I can do is can go to my materials library, which is on the manage. So the materials is under manage, and I'm gonna see what kind of materials I have here. So most of these have this and it's saying that it's doing that to improve the rendering. So I'm not really sure what's going on, but that's okay. I'm gonna go here. Well, I'm gonna go here, click on these, and I mean we'll talk about these in a later discussion, but for now I'm gonna go and try to find something like a stonework that I can bring in. So let's see if I have this one. Looks fine. I'm gonna bring that in, and this is gonna be the one that I'm using. So this is called squares gray brown. I'm gonna key that, and I'm gonna go back to my modify panel and find my paint, and let's see if that popped in. So squares something, there we go. It's an acoustic tile, so it's not ideal, but it should have the appearance of a stone. So there we go, and I think that's fine for now. That's okay, and we can even change the tiling of it, but for this exercise I'm not gonna go ahead and make any modifications to materials. I just want to show you how to split this wall and have two materials on the same wall, and change the materials by adding a paint layer. Now this doesn't affect the other side of the wall, so it just affects this side of the wall. In the next video, let's take a look at how to I'm gonna also add these two windows here, and finish up the drawing, and in the next video let's see how we can make other changes that we should according to the drawing.